Well, lads, today we are back with another video making some beats. Today, I'm thinking we're going to make some beats for Dale. If any of you know Dale, you know we've made a lot of music in the past before. Yeah, I was kind of messaging back and forth with him about what he wants to do next. And he kind of gave me a little rundown of the type of beats he wants and the kind of vibe he's going for. So yeah, we're going to try and take some of those inspirations and make something that will suit his next project. Let's go. All right, so I'm in Ableton now after a bit of crashing and all the other great stuff that comes with these softwares. And I pulled up a beat that Dale said that he kind of wants the vibe to be similar to. Yeah, I think he kind of, from talking to him anyway, he wants it to be kind of spacier and philosophical feeling is what he described it as. If you know Dale, you know he has a great way of describing things in terms that you might not normally associate with music and the sound of music, I guess. But it's usually up to me then to translate what he actually means into beat format. This is just to show it off now, but give me a second. I think he likes a lot of the stuff on my album. Look, have it in vinyl format here. Very cool, very cool. I'm gonna pull it out. Very special here now, lads. This is one of one here now. Give it 20 years now and this will be worth millions. Kind of like that Wu-Tang record that was like a 101, that type shit. Here we go. On the white vinyl as well. That's crazy. I think he wants something like the beats on this album where it's kind of like atmospheric and there's lots of build-ups and lots of synth passages and sound effects and all that jazz. I might have a different clothes on at different points during this video because I don't think I'll get it all recorded today. Maybe I'll have the same clothes on because I'm just like that, but yeah. So Spacey and Philosophical, that's our key words for this today. That's going to be the title, Making Spacey and Philosophical Beats. Maybe the thumbnail will have like me in space or something, like pondering. I like this. I like the first note. Boom, boom. Swear everything's like a 1/5 progression. Oh shit, actually, I better do this. He did send me a BPM of a song that he was thinking, so I better listen to that and get that before I go making some random BPM that he doesn't want. Oh yes, typical 90 BPM boom bappy type beat. Maybe not type beat, but type aura. Bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba da bum. Okay, we're cooking something. I want to get like a little vocal thing. That's fire. Okay, now we just gotta get on key. Pitch it up, pitch it down, pitch it all around. That's how I make beats. Maybe we can make a little drums make out of this fill. Gotta get this right though. So the whack. Maybe here. This is gonna take a bit, but it'll be worth it. Maybe. Whoops. No. Oh god. Jesus. I'm terrible. Maybe this? That's too busy. It's just too busy. Maybe that. Why my beats never get fucking released, man. I'm just doing this all day. Man, that's so boring. Sometimes I do that. I put it in with all the other melody things. Kind of, I don't know, does something. Not in this case. Oh yeah, because it's getting compressed by the kick, but it's like slightly behind it. Alright, how long have we been going for? 38 minutes. Oof. Kinda need to wrap this up, but I feel like there's a lot more I can do to this. Let me add in a few sound effects. See where we're at. Oh, a call. Still get the feeling there's something off with these two. This is like slightly detuned, isn't it? Maybe we could like do this. Yeah, it's better, I think. This is interesting. I love how they put it on the splice tag, rare. It's so rare, bro. Only like fucking 10 million people probably download this exact thing. I feel like we could chop this. A delay on it, maybe. No, I almost just want like a shimmer reverb type thing. He did say he wants spacey sound, so we gotta use a space blender, I guess. What if we did like 100% mix? Oh, that's a nice sound. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, let's make a little intro and we'll move on to the next. I hate those little clicks when you stretch something out in Ableton. What's going on there? If someone could let me know. Maybe a little jabber in there too, because you know that's the author of this shit, man. Although I don't know about putting producer tags on like a proper album. Let me know what you think about that. I feel like it's kind of, especially if it's like a concept thing and it's like supposed to be taking you somewhere else, and like you're supposed to kind of, it's like painting a picture, I guess. But then it's just like this random jabro, you know. We'll put it here anyway, though, for the moment. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like this one. Yes. Might be in space. I named this album. Let's call it UYT Vid 1. I don't know if anyone else has that problem if you make beats where you like name them something non-specific and then you can't remember what they sound like, and if someone asks you for them, you're like, I don't know which one you're talking about. Or sometimes what'll happen is I send people beats, but I'll name them differently to what I had named them on the project file, and then they ask for it, and I'm like, they're searching for like 20 minutes through like all the recent beats trying to find the one. I probably shouldn't do that. I probably just stick with the same name. That one was kind of more like rippy rappy, you know. You're gonna be hearing some raps on that one. Maybe we should do more as kind of like low key instrumentally, kind of like ooh vibe. All right, I'm gonna be back tomorrow with fresh ears, fresh eyes, fresh brain, fresh everything. All right, we're back. It's the day after, or yeah, I think it was yesterday. I recorded some. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually not gonna jump into the beat I was working on. I listened back to it there, and I'm like, ooh, kind of. I feel like I kind of need to be warmed up a bit, you know, before we go back into that one. So I'm gonna work on another beat here. Probably gonna go back to that kind of 90-ish BPM range, maybe a bit slower. We'll see. I think and then I went to like this piece. Let's just take these few chops and work them in. Yeah, another thing Dale likes, he tends to like vocals, some sort of vocals in his beats. So maybe we can incorporate something like that. This is feeling a bit too, like it's like some 90s hip hop type beat. Probably try flip it in some way so it's kind of a bit better. It's gonna sound trash now for a bit. I like this. It's a big clap. Let's fucking get that in there. I need a bit of vocal remover first. Also don't know if my camera placement is in the right spot either, because obviously it's changed since yesterday, so let's just hope it is. And if it's not, then I'm just terrible at being a YouTuber. It's a lovely day outside, lads. I should probably be outside doing something rather than stuck in here with my headphones on by myself. Sure, look, that's life, innit? I try a different snare. I'm gonna make it like maybe I need one of these. Like yeah, like that, but I obviously don't want it to clip. I might resample the drums because that sounds cool, but I don't think it's probably need some like regular ass sounding drums, for the most part. This is really cool though. I like this. Boom, 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 bottom. Ha. It's one of them ones. Do you know what time it is? It's Ableton push time, baby. Oh yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. We are back again with the Ableton push, second video in a row. Maybe coming to the rescue, maybe not. Alright, I gotta get the wires again because of course I always unplug it and leave it somewhere else and then just plug it in when I need it. But that's kind of annoying too. I got these new boxes to organize my wires because they were like a big ball. So hopefully now I can find this quickly. They're still a big ball. Probably should have labeled the boxes so I knew which is in each one, but still. I need to get a new XLR actually because my mic is busted. Or the cable is busted. All the cables I have apparently. They all just decided to break. Now it's time for the action. Let's hear the drums with it. Okay, I don't know if that's better than what I had, but it's definitely something different that we could possibly use. And that's what we want, some differentiation and whatnot. So shout out Paul McCartney for the vocals there. I'm thinking we make this just for the second part, maybe? Just as like a little effect. We could turn it off for the first part and then do like a little... If we get rid of these giant claps here for this part, we can like put this at the very end here. Knock off everything else. and then like maybe delay the whole thing, and it's like. Maybe we put this in here as well, because it kind of sounds a bit weird by itself. Alright, this is not really working, but I feel like there's something cool here. So let's continue banging away at it. What if the whole beat was sidechained to the chop? That'd be weird. Potentially. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's cool effect, but it's not really that good. I actually can't remember where I saved the other ones. Alright, I like that. Although our Ableton push was defeated. It's 1-1 now. Check out the first video in this series, as it might be. That came out on Christmas, so 3 weeks or so ago. I made beats for John in that one. I sent them to him since, and he said he wrote a song on one of them anyway. He might have done more in the meantime, but one from what I've heard. So yeah, I find I tend to have, like, if I send someone 6 beats, they'll probably use maybe 2 of them. It's kind of like a 33% rate. So yeah, like if I send 3, then they'll probably use 1. All right, let's go into this next one. Maybe I might be able to get outside after all if I finish this up. Seeing as I have the push plugged in, I'm gonna try and come up with something myself, because Dale doesn't mind either way. I think he kind of likes the synthy kind of electro hop type thing. That's cool. Wait, what about just that? Those are some keys I just randomly pressed. This could be maybe one of the more hype tracks. Ooh, yeah, we want something like kind of out of this worldy. Alright, it's alright. Needs more space sounds, as Dale might say. Okay, we're getting something bouncy anyway. Sounds a bit weird, but I like it. Maybe something like this. Alright, I want to pitch this down an octave. Let's just see what the fucking... Alright, this is so stupid, but I kind of like it. Maybe some more synth work could be cool. Let's just take the first 3 notes of this. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-ba-dum. Have it different here. Can I do this? I hate that, man. Let me do it from the outside. We're nearly there, guys. We're nearly cooked. Alright, that is our third beat of the day. That one was rather quick. I think with the bangers, I kind of don't overthink them as much as the other kind of type of beats. I just kind of let it flow out because they're meant to be a bit silly. Kind of gonna get to edit this now because I wanted to have it out today, which is Thursday. I'll see how I get on in the next few hours with the editing. It might be out tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, so if you're watching this on Friday, shout out Fridays. Man, Fridays are good. If you work a 9 to 5, like 95% of the population, maybe not 95%, but shout out every other day of the week if you're a shift worker, man, because you might have a Tuesday off, you might have a Sunday off, you might not have any days off at all in the week because, you know, you're slaving away, but you're grinding, you're making money, unlike me. Shout out me, shout out being broke, shout out making music. Yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, maybe we'll have a new video soon, maybe we won't. We'll see how my motivation goes, but we have this video now, and that's all that matters. So, peace.